me and Courtney went live, I just woke up. So this time I actually got up a little early. I'm not wearing a robe, so I'm actually got clothes on today. I'm wearing my Not Today Satan shirt. But for any of you guys that are aware, what we're going to talk about today, and if you're watching this live or replay, put in the comments who your favorite online guru is, right? And it might not even be ones that we mentioned because in the title we put who, or we didn't put any of the title. So it's either the big names are Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez. What other ones are there? Billie Jean is marketing is pretty big right now. Gary Vaynerchuk. Is there any other ones that I'm not thinking of that everybody knows about?
Got Billy, got Gary, got Ty Lopez, you got Grant Cardone.
Yeah, Grant Cardone. So these are like the main ones. Like you, I mean, before we did this live, which one? Who were you watching mainly?
Before we did the lab, I was definitely still am a Billie Jean fan. Definitely a big Billie Jean fan. I love his
Yeah,
ads.
Billie Jean is new, but I can tell you guys right now, he spent millions of dollars to get his name known in this industry for sure. I mean, it wasn't cheap for him. So, anyways, let's talk about these guys because a lot of people watching this video, right? They
hmm
spend money on these guys and they invest money in these guys, whether that's in a program or whether that's to go to a live event. Which right now, since of the COVID, there is no live events, but people pay some real money to learn from these guys. So let's talk about the worst of the worst, at least in my opinion. And just so you guys know, Courtney does. I just told him this before we went live, but every single one of these guys have blocked me, so I can't even talk to these guys anymore. The thing that broke me with Ty Lopez is I was sent something to him on Snapchat. He likes to have a lot of half naked women in his broadcast or on his life. That I said something of how much how do those chicks have herpes or something like that. And after I said that, he blocked me. Never wants to talk to me again. I can't message him on Snapchat. But then he blocked me from his other platforms that he was on because do you even know how Ty Lopez started? He's known as the Lamborghini guy, the guy that was basically in his garage. All he talks about is reading. That's how he started. He had a 67 steps. Some of you guys watching this, whether live or replay, let me know if you've ever downloaded his 67 steps. Now, I call him Lie Topaz. That's what I call him. I call him Lie Topaz because honestly, man, right now, he every week or every couple of months. I'm sorry, he comes up with a new program to sell. Now,
hmm
have you ever put money in programs, Courtney? Because I have. Have you spent
Of
money in
course, of
programs?
course, you definitely did.
Now, how
Especially
much though? How much money though? Would you say?
okay, I did do the last year. I did do Billie Jean's the birthday one. He did have like all his stuff like $31. It came out like $35. So I did do that one.
USD.
And yep, that one and the USB one. The USB one.
Okay. But
Yeah.
so
So like 50,
so under
like
$100.
$50. Yep.
Under $100. All
Yep.
right. So you guys that are watching, whether live or replay, let us know what have you spent in programs, and don't feel bad because I once went to a seminar, Cordy, and this is from a seminar that I actually believe in, which was run by a group called Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle. You know him as Dan Kennedy, and you've learned a lot of Dan Kennedy from me. Which right, hey, we're gonna give away one of these
Definitely
books. So
did. That Dan
if you
Kennedy's the
guys
man.
want one of these books, if you guys
Oh,
share this live, we will definitely put you in a drawing to win this book, the No BS Trust Based Marketing, et cetera, et cetera. But anyways, but going back to the point, I was leaving.
yeah.
But when I went to his event, right, Dan Kennedy's event,
Mm-hmm.
which I believe in, I
Yeah,
met a
definitely.
guy there. I met a guy that during that whole weekend he spent $14,000 on programs, and he was so excited. He came up to me and a couple of these guys that were hanging out because I used to be a business advisor for Glazer Kennedy, and literally
Mm-hmm.
he was sitting there like, "Hey guys, look at what I bought," and he showed all his programs. And my instant response, which I probably offended him, was like, "What the hell did you buy all those programs for? For
Mm-hmm.
$14,000, right? Could I have not got a TV spot? Could I have bought a billboard or every billboard on 290 in
Yeah,
Chicago?
you could have did it yourself. You definitely could have
I
just did
could
it yourself.
I could have hired a celebrity for $10,000. I could have hired a celebrity and had
I
him
like
come
that.
and had him speak for me and interview with me, right? And now I look like a big shot. I could have done so much things with that money. And here's why I think why people invest in programs is because again, we're trying to learn. So I respect that,
Exactly.
right? But why couldn't you get that from a book? If you would have bought anything from Dan Kennedy, no BS. He talks about what you said, Cordy, USP. He talks about all the stuff. I mean, this guy's been in marketing for 40 plus years, right? These guys that we're seeing now, these guys have been around for maybe 5 years,
Yeah,
max.
sure.
So they're new. They're new to this game, but it's all because marketing is marketing. So forget about for any of you guys that you want to debate me ever want to go on a broadcast and we talk about Tai Lopez, let's do it. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, worst one of the four. Let's talk about Grant Cardone. 10x your life.
10x. I will
give him props.
Paying.
Yeah, because he got everybody to use that stupid term, 10x.
10X. Right.
he even got other people that are not even that are his competition talk about come to my event, we get 10x your business and 20x your
business. Right, that was catchy. That was smart.
So I will give him props. He runs one of the biggest seminars right now in the game, but again, they're out of business because there's no COVID. So you're gonna see who real right now. If their whole business model was all doing seminars and now they can't do seminars, they're all trying to do webinars. You can see they're trying to do these live days where everybody comes on and they pay money to get on live. But at the end of the day, I mean, have you ever been to one of these seminars, to a Grant Cardone seminar?
No, I haven't been to one.
No? Do you know how much it costs to get into one of these things?
Couple thousand.
$2,000. And now $2,000 to get in the room, and they're not even, and that's just to get in. Okay, that's just to get in the room. Once you get in the room and you're sitting amongst your peers, as you say, or you're sitting amongst other 10xers, just know that whole weekend, what are they going to be doing that whole weekend? Let's see. What are you going to do, Cordy, that whole weekend? If I go there, what are they going to be doing that whole weekend?
Trying to sell you?
That's it. We call them pitch fest. For anybody that's not a rookie in the game, that's a pitch fest. You're going there to get pitched. All right. They're going to make so many pitches that by the end of the weekend, you're not going to know if I should be doing TikTok or if you should be doing freaking Facebook ads, or maybe you should go look into MySpace. That's how much content they're going to provide, they claim. But really, it's just a day of selling, right? And these guys split. So since I used to do seminars and I had some of these guys speak for me, 50%, a lot of times it's a 50-50 split. So let's say I had you come speak for me, Courtney. You went and sold the program for $2,000. You get 1,000. I get 1,000. I get 1,000 for filling the room. You get 1,000 because that's your product and service. Then there was a guy that you guys all know. What do you think about Russell Brunson with ClickFunnels? I know you looked into him.
I heard of him. ClickFunnels. It's a big name. That's one thing. It's a big name, and there's other stuff out there, but it's more like ClickFunnels is just a. Not really.
Okay, ClickFunnels is a platform, but if you're somebody that's trying to become this online person now and you're trying to build an online, so let me give you guys a quick tip. Bottom line is, this is all social. All online is this. My job online is to create traffic. Then once I got people paying attention, now I got to create a funnel or some kind of marketing system or some kind of opt-in system where they got to sign up for an offer of mine. So then now I'm letting the public raise their hand to say, I'm interested in what you have to offer, right? And then now it's just the name of the game of converting them, right? Turning around, having discussions with them, figuring out who really needs help and who doesn't, whatever. And that's it, and go from there. Well, unfortunately, like for all these people that are online right now, they follow these guys like a Grant Cardone, and basically now you're following all his stuff. He's selling you more programs, but are you any further than where you were from when you first seen these guys, right? And now, did you hear about this, Courtney? Grant Cardone fired like 70 of his people. You know that? When this happened,
I did not know that.
He fired 70 of his people, or he let them go because he couldn't afford them anymore, and literally sent them all letters, right? Letters. Check this out. Threatening them that if they got a problem for what happened, they can sue them, knowing that the court system is closed right now. So pretty much those 70 people just got screwed. And then he went on live saying he's trying to bring them back. No, what we're seeing when stuff like this happens, when stuff like this hits the economy, as Warren Buffett says, whoever goes out to the ocean, we get to see who comes back naked. Like, who's going to be naked when the water comes back, the drift comes back, who's been sitting around naked, because we see now that you're revealed, right? But Grant Cardone, yes, great at marketing, great at getting you to plead. But did you watch the video? And for you guys that have not watched this, the guy from Wolf of Wall Street, the real guy, remember, I think, were you the one that said you didn't know that was made on a real guy?
Jordan Belfort, love him. I love him. I'm a big fan of him too. I'm more of a Jordan Belfort fan than Billy.
He's a real person. That's why
He is.
Jordan
He
Belfort
told
is a real guy that actually did sales. He's got a movie about him. He's a real. He's teaching you what happened. Now,
he
if you
taught
really
everybody the
want,
pin method.
yeah, you want to see an interview, Courtney. If you haven't seen this interview, watch Jordan Belfort. He interviews Grant Cardone.
I seen
Oh
it.
my!
I seen
Oh, you
it when
see
he
it? Grant
told
Cardone.
the
I think he was on drugs. I think Grant Cardone was on drugs. I think Grant Cardone was so nervous. Like he looked like an idiot. He didn't look like a salesman
Yeah,
anymore. He looked like a straight moron. Like what are you talking about? Because again, if you're not full of crap, then now we'll see when you go in front of another guy who claims to be a sales expert, and now you got two sales guys going head to head. Grant didn't even come close, man. He didn't even come close. Now let's talk about Gary Vee. What about Gary Vee? All right, so
I
Gary
like Gary.
Vee.
I like Gary Vee. I like his. I like
Everybody
his.
likes Gary Vee. You like his style because he swears, he talks shit,
Yeah, that's it. That's
F,
it.
F and grind, F and grind. So like, what are they really buying then? What are we really buying? That we're
His
buying their
swear.
what? Yeah, we're buying their personalities, man. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you're really buying. But what I do like about Gary Vee is that he doesn't sell anything. Okay. What I don't like about Gary Vee is that he just gets on lives and he just rambles on about grinding and keep on going, whatever. So for
I
the
feel you.
majority of people, they love it because most people are struggling. Most business owners struggle. Every
Mm-hmm.
industry, people are struggling. So to come on a live and say, "Hey guys, you're gonna make it. You just got to keep working at it." One of the things I don't like about Gary Vee is that I don't know if you notice his message is this, and see if I broke it down. His message is keep grinding, have patience. It might take you 20 years to get there. Eat shit. That's another thing he says a lot. And then
He says a lot.
last but not least, he'll say, put out content. That's it. That's all he
Put out
says.
content.
Eat shit. You're gonna make it in 80 years, right? Keep grinding. Don't worry. Have patience, and just put out content. Well, let me ask you a question. How did that help me get any closer to my destination in business? Now he's got people online. Like I met this one kid that now he's in the line trying to build his Instagram following. Meanwhile, he's making no money. He hasn't got one client out of this, but he's putting out more content. Just put out more content. So what is there anything about the three guys that I mentioned, Courtney, that you don't like about those three? Grant, Ty, and Gary.
I mean, no. I mean, like I said, we've been doing. I've been doing this for a minute. You have been doing this for a minute. So I've been doing it for 6 years. You've been doing it for a minute as well. After you see it a lot, you start to notice that they start saying a lot of the same things, and it's a lot of the same thing. The same thing.
Look, let's talk marketing real quick. It's simple, guys. Create a target market, create a message to attract a target market, and check out what media you want to find the people. There's nothing else more. There's no other secret. There's no one else you got to watch now. There's no other marketing. Like you're not an Instagram marketer. You just market on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I was to buy a course on how to become better and get more followers on Instagram, that ain't gonna help me if I don't even understand the basics of marketing. Marketing is very simple. I got to figure out who I'm trying to offer my solution to. Then once I understand that, now it's create a message that shows them how I can solve their problem. And then now it's just deciding what media I want to put my message in front of. Do I put a newspaper, radio? Do I want to put it on, on social media, whatever? That's all it is. So I'm trying to figure out what are they teaching? And I want to have a debate. I want people to get on this live that are watching this, Cordy. Tell me what you have learned from the three guys that we mentioned so far. And then forget about that. Show me how that implementation became a result. Show me. And we'll be waiting because ain't nobody going to do it. So now last but not least, let's talk about your man, Billy Gene's marketing. Now, what do you like about Billy Gene? Because me and you were laughing about what he did. No one really even seen what he did. He's good.
I like. Let's see. Just like you said earlier, like
don't tell me you like him because he's black. That's racist. Don't tell me you like him because he's a black guy.
That's one.
Yeah, there it is. Let's be honest. But me and him, he kicked me out.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, but you know what's funny?
He said I'm racist.
He responded to one of my comments, right? I got in a fight with Damon, because some of you guys don't know who I am. I'm Damon Carter. I got in a fight with one of the sharks, Damon, whatever, the black guy from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a screenshots of him calling me out, calling me a hater on what I said on one of his posts. But Billy Gene was another one because Billy Gene made this whole comment. He did this whole story about how being a black man and how he was struggling as a black man. He did that whole struggling as a black man story. So then all I posted was, so you're using the old I'm a black man that couldn't make it, but I made it story. Is that? And he goes, that's a thing. He actually responded to my message. Yes, because you're now using your race. You see me getting on video saying, "Hey guys, I'm the new hero for Mexican people." Some people don't even know I'm Mexican. Some people don't even know I'm Mexican. I don't get on video and say, "Hey guys, I'm a poor Mexican boy that was a gangbanger and now I've made it. You should follow me because I'm Mexican and you're Mexican."
Let's do that.
So let's do it.
We might as well.
Let's do it.
Chicago, low in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, I get it. But it's a manipulation play because he's trying to say, "Hey man, look, I made it. You can make it too." Right. And I get it. It's all different forms of marketing. But what did we learn after me and you had a discussion about Billy Jean's marketing? Great marketer. His videos are entertaining. Mm-hmm. He spends millions. So you're not even on the same game as him. But forget about that. Mm-hmm. What did he really do? His last program that you bought, what did he really sell you? Like, what was it that was called?
He sold me what he just sold. He just sold me what he just did to me. Yeah. So that's what he's doing as well. Right. He just flipped it.
Here's an old school trick. You like this story. Back in the day, they still do this now, where they'll put a little ad in the back of a magazine that says, "Send me $10, and I will show you how to make hundreds of dollars a week in through the mail." Okay, got it so far? Mm-hmm. You're watching. Who wants to get in this deal? Where you pay $10, send them $10. They're going to send you a whole breakdown on how to make hundreds in the mail weekly, right? Up to hundreds weekly. Now, here's what they do. Once you pay your $10, right? You send it in. The guy cashes it. He sends you a letter that tells you do exactly what he just did. Put an ad in the back of a magazine. Say, "Hey, send me $10. I'm going to show you how you can get $100 in the mail," and then literally do exactly what I just did. Just send you a letter telling you, "Hey,
no, that's like a Ponzi scheme. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is."
But okay, so now, but don't you think that's what Billy Jean? Isn't that what Billy Jean did? He basically marketed to you, right? Spent millions of dollars marketing to you, and then he sold it to you for a fraction, $30-something bucks. But he sold you the marketing plan of what he just did to you. So you already seen it all. You've already seen all his marketing. So then, what did you really buy? You just buy it. Actually, it was genius because what he did was
it's genius.
He sold you. Not only did he sell you what he just did to you, right? But now by you buying that, you're now being marketed to him. You're being marketed all over again because you're reading all the same freaking ads again. So if he didn't sell you in the first round with thousands of dollars, now he got you in his system for $37, waiting for you to use your stimulus check. He's waiting for you to get that income tax check. He's waiting for you to go get crazy and go pawn something so you can buy his program so that you can become an ads expert. But I have still not met anybody that's used this program that it's benefited. And most of the people that benefit from it are usually already people that are already veterans. They already understand.
Yeah, who already got it.
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead.
So that's what we was talking about as well. Is you're better off pulling the trigger instead of buying the stuff.
Yeah, wouldn't it make sense to just use the money you gave him to test your own ads?
Yeah, I love this.
One thing nobody understands. Once you learn the information, you still got to invest in marketing. You still got to invest in advertisement. There's still going to be some ad spend. So while you're trying to learn how to do it, right? While you're trying to learn how to spend all this money to learn how to do it, you're not spending any money on marketing. You're spending money on knowledge, right? And that's one of the things I see, like Tony Robbins and Dean Graziano online right now talking about their little programs, get you guys to pitch their stuff. What I think is funny about them is they'll say knowledge is the new currency. Meanwhile, I'm spending all the freaking money on knowledge, but I'm still no further than I was yesterday. Right?
No currency is coming out of this knowledge.
Knowledge is currency in their pockets, not ours. We ain't making no money off that. But they're telling you, hey, you don't have the knowledge, man. That's your problem. You just don't know the little secrets that we have. Give me 20 grand and we'll show you. And then they'll show you, and you'll have no idea how none of this makes sense. And then you say, oh, okay, and then you'll be exactly where you were. Here's what happens. When they can't get you to buy their programs for your business, then they end up trying to sell you on why you should sell their stuff and become an affiliate marketer. Now, how many affiliate marketers that are watching this video? I'm sorry, guys, but you're not an entrepreneur. If you're an affiliate marketer, you're just basically selling some other guy's stuff because you ain't got the stuff, right? So then they got all the stuff. You sell their stuff, they give you a fraction. I've done it. I've done the seminar world. I've done all those business models, man. They all work to a certain extent, but they're not scalable, and you can't grow as a result. And a lot of the stuff that they teach us is just basic knowledge, man. We could have got that on our own. So, is there any other like MLM gurus? If anybody comments at any time during this video about MLM gurus, don't even waste your time, man. MLM gurus, waste of time. There's none of them have any knowledge. At the end of the day, if you're online, what you're really trying to learn is what? We're just trying to learn how to market, right?
True.
That's it. That's all we're trying to learn. So if that's all we're trying to learn, if that's all you're trying to learn, man, then first you got to figure out your product or service. It solves a problem, right? Who's more important than what? Figure out who I should target, right? Because they're more likely to buy from me, whatever my offer is, whatever my program is. Once I really define who my target is, and it isn't everybody with a pulse and a wallet, now I got that down. Next is now I got to create a message. This is where me and Courtney can help, or this is where we can help you guys, is that's where people drop the ball. They don't know how to create a message that communicates to people, that immediately attracts them, that wants them to check out your product or service. They suck at that. The money is where the money is in the message. If you can come up with a great message to your market, and you're yelling at that marketplace and you're talking to them and it's very clear it's for them, then that's what you need to be doing. And then the last but not least is media. Everybody thinks the only media out there is social media. But like me and Cordy were saying, you spent $2,000 on a program. What could we have done with that $2,000 in a marketing sense? What could we have done with that $2,000?
We could have did a lot with that. We could have ran our own stuff. We could have ran our own ads. We could have ran our own.
You could have ran your own seminar for that kind of money. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, don't get caught up just because of thousands of people follow them. You're taking the 1,000 people that follow them that probably have no idea what they're doing. You're taking their credibility of how excited they are about these guys when that doesn't help me. I need to get credibility from a guy that really knows what he's doing. And I'm telling you guys right now, I personally, I don't know how long Courtney's been in business. I've been in business since I was 21, so since 2001. So I've been in business like, what is that, 9? It's almost going to be 20 years, right? That's how long I've been around in this game doing all different types of business before social media existed, right? MySpace was the first thing that I promoted on. But it isn't, for these guys, you guys got to remember, they already had money, right? Before they got into your inbox or before they got in your timeline, before you seen their ad, these guys already had money. So if you're not seeing a guy build from scratch, what you're seeing is a bunch of guys that already have tons of money that can advertise to you till you can't breathe anymore and making you believe. Like, I'll give you a good example. Who was last year for the governor, right? You know who the governor is right now, right, Courtney?
Yep, Pritzker. Yep, what say his name?
Pritzker. Do you remember who he went against last year? Or before he got elected?
Honestly, no.
No clue. Because Pritzker is a billionaire that spent millions of dollars in advertising. I mean, he was advertising on Snapchat, still is. He was advertising on TikTok. He was advertising on Facebook. He was advertising on Instagram. Now, why would he do that? Well, first of all, he can afford it. Second of all, he's trying to get voted in an election. It's how Obama won. So there's so much power in Facebook advertisement, so much power in advertisement in general that nobody does it. Everybody still thinks that I just got to learn how to build a following. I just got to learn how to build a following, man. Once I build that following, I'll finally have made it on this online game. You don't have to build a following. You don't even have to have one friend on Facebook. You could start advertising today.
You don't have to have one friend.
One damn friend. Ever. You don't even have to have a friend. I don't have any friends. Ask anybody. I don't have friends. Okay, I have no friends. But will I be on your timeline when I throw an ad out there? Yes. And you'll say, who the hell is this guy? That's the name of the game. To get people that didn't know me prior, right? Here's a good one. In the corporate world, it's not who you know, it's what, right?
Who you know.
It's not who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. My bad. In the business world, it is not who you know, it's who knows you. That's it, man. That's it. And how do I get known? By doing interviews like this, by doing advertising, by being out there, but also having a clear message of what you believe in, what you represent, who you're targeting. Like right now, if we were to use this video, who are we really targeting with this video? Let's see. Who are we really targeting?
Let's see. We're targeting our people who are
this video alone. Who are we targeting? Yeah.
People who like, people who follow these gurus, or people who have an interest in following these gurus, or people who's gonna pull the trigger on buying one of their packages as well. So this is who this.
Don't buy the package, bro. For the money, like I met a lady that went to the I met a lady that went to the an event. I think it was a Grant Cardone event. I think it was
Mhm.
tennis, and she's seen Russell Brunson, which runs ClickFunnels, which I call cult funnels. It's really just a big cult, man. There's really like most people
Mhm.
don't even use the platform. It's just for membership.
$100 for that too.
So
No.
she spent $2,000 for the Frank, whatever his name is, program. And then when she got back, I'm like, have you even used it? She's like, I haven't even looked into what it even came with because he got you excited that this is the funnel you needed. You spent $2,000 and you're no further than you were prior to that because what everybody online thinks is I need more knowledge. There's so much knowledge out there for free. You don't need no more damn knowledge, man. What you need
Yeah.
is to start taking action, start doing stuff, make mistakes. Like Courtney, the first time we did this video, we messed it up, right? Second time we recorded on this platform. We were up late at night recording, and then the next day we couldn't even download the video. It's just about playing with the thing. But at the end of the day, what makes me what gives us the advantage over everybody else is we already understand marketing. So we don't need to go through another marketing course or class. We already got that. Now it's just learning how to use these certain platforms, how I can get in front of more eyeballs of the target market who are already wanted to buy from me anyways, and then learning how to use all these platforms to get attention, but mainly we want to get leads or to get people that actually want our help, right? So like this video is not going to be for everybody. Some people watching this video is going to say, I love all those guys. Keep loving them. You know exactly where you're at tomorrow and next year, okay? I don't care if you love these guys. What I'm trying to hopefully get across you, me and Cordy, is that you guys stop wasting money on trying to learn things, right? If you're going to spend that kind of money, have somebody do it for you, right? Because now all that energy that you're putting, time, energy, and money you're putting into these guys, you're basically you're like a hamster on a wheel. You're running but going nowhere. You're like on a treadmill. You're moving, right? You're doing things. You're doing what Gary said, put out content, but you're not making any more money. And nobody leaves out of it. Oh my God. I don't know if somebody got crashed at your place. I don't know if you get no more clients out of it. Anyway, point being, I think we made our point. Me and Cordy are trying to set up a thing to go live. We definitely want other people to go live with us. So if you want to get on our next discussion all day, right? Is there anything else that you think we could tell these people that help them out? If you shared this, you will be educated with this book. And give us something, I guess, Tell us also, if you're watching this live replay, what else would you guys want to hear about? Like, what would you guys want to discuss? Or what do you want to learn? Because here's one thing you guys going to learn about me and Courtney. Whatever you want to learn, we've probably already done it. So we can teach it to you for free. The only time that you got to pay me and Courtney is when we actually have to help you do some work, right? Then you pay us because we're going to actually help you do it, and we'll get you a result, right? Versus you guys want to keep spending the next 10 years on trying to learn it. You guys are going to become students and never take any action, right? Wisdom is doing, is not knowing. You could know all the answers, but until you do it and you try it and it makes a couple mistakes, you're never going to figure it out. Anything else you think of, Corey?
Nope. We do. Nope. We got the 5-day boot camp that's coming out. That's launching. We also got a ebook that I'm launching out in the next couple of days. It's going to be about the beginning course on how to make an ad. So I got an ebook.
You giving it for free?
Yeah, of course. All this information is free. All this information is free. Again, just like you said, if you want, we only charging for people who want us to put our hands in the work. Yeah. So
because what you're paying for is our time. You're paying for our experience, knowledge. You're paying for our creativity, our writing skills. That's what you pay for. You're not paying for us to teach you another thingy that you're never going to use, right? Because that's what most people are doing. Right now, I did a video yesterday or the other day with Jennifer. Like everybody thinks, oh, I gotta spend some time building my following on TikTok. No, you do not. No, you do not. Until you can prove to me that TikTok is making people money, I'm not gonna waste time building a TikTok. I don't got time. I'll be on there. I'm on all of them. Trust me. But it's not because I'm spending my time on them. I want to learn them. I want to understand them to see if I can use it. If I can, I will. But that's not the name of the game. If you if you already don't know who your target is, forget it. If you haven't created a message that just brings that target to you, forget it. And if you haven't figured out what media you want to be on to get your name out there or to get your business, your solution to their problem out there, forget it. You're wasting time. So you know what we should do, Cordy, is we should create a group, a Facebook group, and see if anybody wants to join that. because
Okay.
there's so many, all these groups that I'm part of on Facebook is just a bunch of people spamming.
It is.
There's like
It is.
there's nobody teaching anything. There's nobody trying to help anybody.
Mm-hmm.
No forums. It's just a bunch of guys trying to sell their thing. Hey,
It
I
is.
have a new. That's it. That's it. It's wasting my time. I want to have real discussions with business owners that really want to learn how to do this and want to get the hell out of their problem that they're in. That's who I want. I want to meet the people that have spent money or are about to spend money with these guys and say, okay, well, what do you have for me that's better, Joe? It's not about better. We're actually going to be doing something physical for you and give you something tangible, not a bunch of knowledge on paper and writing. That is for free. We will give you that for free, right? What I want is to find people that actually want help with advertising, real help, to learn how to scale it. All right. Well, I mean, next time we'll probably do a live from mine, Courtney. But in the meantime, I appreciate who did get on. Hopefully, you guys got some value from this, laughed, entertained, and I guess we'll talk to y'all later.
See you guys. Appreciate you, Joe, for coming on as well. Y'all have a good one.
Holla.
Hey, hey.